good to go.
So we only ever had one real recorded instance of a ghost here at Fort Casey State Park, and it came way back in the 70s. Now back in the 70s, the fort was in rough shape. The Army had pretty much abandoned it after World War II, and it was the local party spot. Windows were broken, the whole 9 yards. And Parkade, very much like myself, decided to move into the lighthouse for her summer job and try and fix it up, make it livable again, and that was really the start of the restoration you can see today. Now, on a dark and stormy night, middle of winter, she was living there with her big dog, and they were watching TV, and it was 1974, so the big thing on TV was the Watergate trial, and she wanted to see if Nixon was guilty. Turns out he was. And she hears a knock on the door. Goes out, opens the door, and this tall, dark stranger in a big raincoat, rain's just pouring down, says, "Hey, excuse me, I've been looking for a TV. I've been on the island for about a week now. I haven't been able to find one. Can I come in and see? I want to see if Nixon's guilty." Back in those days, Whidbey was a lot less metropolitan than it is today, so being the 70s, she invited the creepy stranger in from the dark. They walked in, sat down, she offered him coffee, and they sat, watched the Nixon trial for a bit, and all of a sudden they hear this big crash. It sounded like one of our trees just came down right through the middle of the lighthouse. They both get up, the dog starts barking like crazy, they run outside, and there's nothing. So the tall, dark stranger is a little bit freaked out at this point. Goes, "All right, thank you. I'll just be going now. Thanks again." And he gets out of Dodge, leaving the Parkade there. She's kind of creeped out, but decided to stay the night. It's her lighthouse after all. And that is the last report of a ghost we've had. Now that tall, dark stranger was none other than Michael Landon, star of Little House on the Prairie at that time.
Wow.
We always like to say if there are ghosts haunting this old fort, we like to say they're cool with the rangers and the park staff because we're trying to keep their memory alive. But if you go out there, you litter in the fort, you tag the walls, who's to say what'll happen?
All right, thank you.